How's it going, everybody? Too Spooky here. Recently, Tatsuki Fujimoto, who you might know as the mangaka behind the recent hit manga Chainsaw Man, quietly dropped a new one-shot called Goodbye Eri. And I want more people to read it, because it's an incredible experience. It's unlike any other one-shot I've ever read. I've already found myself rereading it and thinking about it constantly since. It's undoubtedly Fujimoto if you've read any of his previous works, yet such an evolution for him as a writer and as a mangaka. His works have to be some of the most unique stories in manga right now, and I already can't wait for whatever he does next. So that's what this video is going to be about, but before we jump into why you should read it, a quick word from our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. First off, I have to wish a big happy birthday to Raid, as they're celebrating their 3-year anniversary as one of the top RPGs out there this month with a new update. Raid has been going strong since it first arrived on the scene and has never slowed down. They already had hundreds of unique characters and bosses, but that never stopped them from dropping countless more incredible ones over the course of the last 3 years. Additionally dropping an entire new faction, the Shadowkin, the Doom Tower spawning 120 levels of new challenges, and of course, I can't go without mentioning the newest and biggest addition to Raid. I'm talking about the Hydra Clan boss. It really is the perfect game for all types of players. And with the new update celebrating the 3-year anniversary, it's going to be huge. We're talking free gifts for everyone, new champions, new artifact sets, and a fully personalized video. If you're not playing Raid yet, hit my link in the description or scan my QR code on the screen. You'll get a special huge birthday package worth $40. We're talking 3 free champions at once. Misericord, Tiger Soul, Romero, plus 10 Magic XP Brews, 10 Force XP Brews, and 10 Spirit Brews. And everything will be waiting for you here. But still, all new and existing players can get a bunch of free birthday gifts worth over $25. Once you're in-game after clicking on the links, just enter promo code 3YearsRaid to get your hands on everything. Once again, click my link or scan my QR code, and I'll see you in-game. I can't think of another example where a one-shot has truly blown me away like this, which is why I couldn't help myself in wanting to make this video, because I really want more people to read it and I want to talk about it. So if you want to go into this one blind, now is the time to leave this video, but come back and comment how great it was when you're done. Aight. For those of you who need a little more convincing, let me do my best here without spoiling anything outside the basic plot. The plot around Goodbye Eri centers around a movie being made by our protagonist, Yuta. This movie involves Yuta in middle school filming his dying mother's daily life at her request. That way he can remember her after she's gone. A bit of a messed up yet touching subject at the same time. As she slowly gets closer and closer to the end of her life, it comes to the point where Yuta is requested to film her death too, but he doesn't end up doing so, and instead ends this real-life movie in a somewhat unorthodox, disturbing manner, which upsets everyone at his middle school who watched the film, causing him to be criticized and hated by all of his peers. Driven to the point of taking his own life to get back at those who criticized him, he meets Eri, who, as it turns out, is the only person who actually enjoyed his film. And she wants him to make another, but before he can do that, he needs to learn a thing or two about film himself. I don't really want to say much more than this regarding the plot, but there are a few specific moments I want to touch upon as to why I love this one-shot so much. My favorite thing about this manga is the fact that it really is just a movie itself. It's really hard to differentiate what is actually happening in real life from what is happening within the film Yuta is creating, leaving this very ambiguous feeling from start to finish as to whether or not the entire one-shot was just Yuta's movie from the beginning, or if there were actually elements of real life within it the entire time, almost making it feel like this entire thing is a film in progress or somewhere between a mixture of film and documentary. It makes sure to leave this up to interpretation, and upon rereads, it's still hard to find an answer to this question. For example, after showing his first film to the school, he is pulled aside by his teacher. This entire sequence is shown as if the camera is set up in the back of the room, almost as if it was put there intentionally to capture this interaction, leaving it up for interpretation if this interaction was even legitimate or if it was all part of a script. This ambiguity stands true for every interaction the entire one-shot. Fujimoto also once again delivers an incredible job with his art, as many of the panels feature this motion blur effect that makes it feel like you're viewing it from the lens of a camera rather than art upon a page, also making the flow of motion in some panels flawless. For instance, in this sequence here, it's almost as if you can really see and feel Eri falling over. Most of the manga is also presented in this unique expression of 4 identical sized panels on most pages. But outside of those aspects, this manga will really hit you hard in the feelings too, yet still remains so carefree and even funny at the same time. A joke about boobs had me laughing out loud, for Christ's sake. Fujimoto is at it again. It makes even the most unimportant moments of life feel important, and what I personally found most beautiful was the revelation about what Yuta has done with his movies. A bit of a spoiler here specifically, but we learn that while Yuta has made essentially the same film twice, following someone through their everyday life until their eventual death, he chose not to show the bad or ugly moments of the subject's character. As for instance, while filming his mother, she would constantly berate him, criticizing every aspect of him the entire time, showing the cruel side of who she was as a person, even commenting that Yuta was useless to the end when he refused to film her death. Yet, in Yuta's movie about his mother's dying days, he only chose to show the good moments and the good aspects of who she was, so that she would always be remembered that way. And I find that to be such a powerful, touching revelation, as regardless of how awful of a person she could really be, through Yuta's vision, she is immortalized as the best version of herself. And now, when anybody thinks about her, they will only remember the good things thanks to him. Goodbye Eri is a must-read if you're already a fan of Fujimoto, if you're a fan of manga and film in general, or if you're just looking for a short yet powerful story. But I guarantee once you read it, it won't even feel like you just read a manga, but instead like you just watched a film. Something I can't say I've ever felt before with any other manga. And I guarantee it will blow your mind in one way or another. Hopefully with that I've convinced you guys to read it, but if that wasn't enough and you just want more Chainsaw Man and don't really care about anything else, Goodbye Eri does have a secret supernatural aspect about it too. My work here is done. Thanks so much for watching this video today, and hopefully I've convinced you to check out Goodbye Eri. I'm still kind of figuring out how I want to approach reviews in video format because it's not really something I've done a lot. So be sure to let me know what you thought, and while you're at it, be sure to subscribe with notifications on, drop a like if you enjoyed, follow me on Twitter at 2SpookyTube to keep up with the channel, and follow me on Twitch at 2Spookster to hang out with me and chat. I stream quite a bit these days, so I'm always excited to meet more of you guys, so come say hello. Thanks for watching. See you all soon with a new video.
Those days were going to bed. Where the fuck are they now? If you gave me some time